Hello, I am a goo one trick, and this video is here to show you what I've learned over my thousands of games on Viscous. I will be covering my key bindings, some tips and tricks, and some lane specific stuff I have learned. Here are my key bindings. I have switched to using instant cast for both cube and puddle punch. I'm not sure if it's better. You can use quick cast. It is a little more user friendly and probably easier. For alt fire, I use right click. So I hold the right click and click 2 to put cube on myself, or like self cast a healing right or something. If you click F7 and typed bind mwheeldown plus duck, it'll let you scroll your mouse wheel down and do a down dash. This is essential for performing a dribble. Dribbling is a surefire way to make the enemy team despise you and quit the game. Now we'll get into more general tips. If somebody is climbing a rope, you can place a puddle punch on the ceiling to knock them down. It is viable to run the urn and ball again. Click 4 right when the progress bar hits the G in picking. You're going to want to hit the back of this fence thing, jump into the vent, and then B-hop. You want to jump as soon as you hit the ground, otherwise you lose momentum. As you can see, it takes about 15 to 20 seconds to run it, which is way quicker than it would take without ball. You also get the added benefit of the 60% resist while being in ball, and it's hard to get punched, which knocks the urn out of your hand. This could be a bug, so prepare for this to get removed in the future. Here's some other tips. You can mantle or vault into your punch and you don't experience the knockback. This is very useful for trying to get away from chasing enemies. Another amazing way to get away from enemies is double jumping from a puddle punch you put on the ground to get to a roof. You can use this in a lot of applications. It is very useful to get up to anything high. There are very few characters that can get to high ground like this, so this should get you out most of the time. You can also cancel out the momentum of a puddle punch by heavy mailing into it. It's super niche and I haven't found a good use for it. Here's how to do the best mechanic in the game, dribbling. So you're going to want to make sure you have warp stone and tier 5 ball. So when you go into your ball, you're going to want to double jump, make sure you jump twice, and then mouse wheel down. Or double tap control, which is way harder and less convenient. If you didn't bind down dash to mouse wheel down like I said to do earlier in the video, it'll be in the description. Dribbling is really hard, so don't get mad if you're bad at it to begin with. You got this. Here's how I like to practice. Before you get too into dribbling practice, I recommend just driving around the map and getting used to Viscous Ball. But as you can see, I like to spawn in an enemy and go to town, just start dribbling. You don't have to be where I am on the map. This is just where I recorded the video. Here are my favorite lane specific lineups. This spot here lets you get to the enemy high ground, and it's good for diving the enemy and not taking too much tower damage. You can also do it from the bottom, but it's way harder, and if you can do that, you shouldn't be watching this video. You should be making one of your own. You can do it from both sides, so if your dive attempt is successful, you can head back, or if shit's hitting the fan and you have to leave. You can use any of the geometry on each side just for quick rotations or whatever. If you're diving, you want to get aggressive and you need to get out. Always remember your puddle punches are great for mobility and make you the most mobile hero in the game. I think yellow and blue are the best lanes for Viscous because they let you gank super easy. If you head over to this vent, puddle punch and walk onto the vent, it'll send you all the way to blue lane for a perfect gank attempt. Rotating is probably the best thing you can learn on Viscous because it results in more winning lanes and a lot more pressure on the map. How else are you gonna power through the game by committing suicide at Mach speed? Another spot I like where the urn usually spawns. I'll use that multiple times a game. It's the same thing on green side. You can go back and forth on the roofs pretty easily. I think this side's easier to do it on than it is yellow. Green is way more open than the other two lanes, so you can cover large distances pretty easy. Just make sure to use all the flat surfaces. I don't like green side as much. It is a lot harder to make quick rotations. You can't use the green side vent with a puddle punch to get straight to blue. You actually have to take the vent to the roof. Then you can use this vent with a puddle punch to get over to blue. If you ever find yourself on this roof, you can punch off of it to get to the other side. Useful for team fights. Just like the yellow side, the urn spawn location is a good punching spot. Here's a few more spots I like on green. They're all situational, but they're good to have in the repertoire, just in case you need them. They all cover a good distance fairly quickly. You can use this roof vent for a few other rotations. It's one of my go-tos when I plan on invading and want to get back to my side. These are my favorite blue lane puddle punch spots. This side's basically mirrored, so most of these spots will work on either side. The triangle box in the middle is still the GOAT. You will use this for most of your punch spots. You can use it to get to the left and the right vent to get to the bridge buffs. This is the right vent. For the left vent, you have to be a little bit more precise because it requires you to dash backwards. But it still gets the job done. You can also use both of these vents to get to the enemy walker and back to the friendly walker. Or deep into the enemy side for whatever reason. Team fight, gank, whatever. I find myself using these spots very commonly because they cover large distances quickly. Once again, the triangle box is coming in clutch, letting you get to your left and right jungle quickly. A lot of these spots are pretty niche, but always be on the lookout for flat surfaces you can punch off of. The movement in this game is so unique and allows for some really cool things to happen, so always keep practicing and be on the lookout. You can pair puddle punches together to cover bigger distances. The stairs are perfect for this. The jump pads in the right jungle can get you to green side real quick. If you're on the green side roof, this is the quickest way to get to the blue walker. You can also use it to get to the yellow walker, but it's not as quick as taking the teleporter. You can also take the yellow roof back to the blue walker. Here's a green side rollout I've been working on. It would get you to the walker quicker than taking the zipline without boost. But here's my attempt at it. I messed it up a little bit. There are a bunch more spots I know that I'm not putting in this video because, you know, your boy has to stay the best goober there is, you know, you can't be getting better than me. But, you know, I live stream. Jay Twisty, come check me out. You can see the spots I'm hiding from you and maybe like my build in the description or something. Yeah, so come follow me. Check me out. It'd be fun. But if you found this helpful at all, you know, leave a comment. Fucking anything I missed, some tech you want to explain or something, yeah, put it in the comments. But yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like that shit, and good luck in your deadlocking. Peace.